Hello to the Hair Industry Collective. Welcome to this reading. So, there's a message for you guys. So, let's just pull it. Dear Lord, block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to your children. Thank you so much. Two more. Alrighty. Damn. Why is it upside down? Okay. So we have Mary Magdalene. It says, the apostle to the apostles. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. Okay. So right away I'm getting power. You're powerful. You're connected to the source of power. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. So just know that any talent that you're involved in, it takes skill. And skill comes from power. And power comes from the divine. So when you go to work, always take the divine with you. Whenever you have confidence issues, a prayer always helps. That's what I do. When I'm at work and I get a client and I feel like, oh my God, I'm too tired, or this one's gonna be challenging, or whatever I have to deal with, I pray. Okay? And it comes out well every time. And on the rare occasion that it doesn't come out well, there's another reason why God make it not come out well. But 99% of the time, it come out well. So when it don't come out well, it's because God didn't want it to. So now you have to ask, what is God up to? But 99% of the time, yeah, my prayer, it has satisfied my soul. So that's the first thing. So no matter what your challenge is, say a prayer and watch God manifest His blessings in your life. It's the same card that wanted to come out. So yeah, that's it. Just say a prayer and watch God manifest His blessings in your life. Let's see the underlying issue. Pope Joan, the pontiff of possibilities. Exactly. The possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. You see that? So making the impossible possible with a prayer. Okay? And then trust the process. Whatever happens, just trust the process. And if you start like dropping things and doing things that would embarrass you, just stay calm. You know, if you nick yourself with the scissors or the razor or whatever, stay calm and do what you have to do, and stay in that frame of mind where I've already prayed, so I know my blessing is sure. Okay? Because that's what a lot of people don't get about prayer and living a life for God. People think that when you're living for God, that everything is gonna be perfect all the time. That's not how it works. Okay? Because there's a reason why the word faith exists. Okay? There's a reason why the phrase trust in the process exists. Okay? So the power in living for God, or including your God into whatever you're doing, is not losing hope, not losing your faith, just trusting the process. Okay? No need to argue, get upset. You know, there's no need to spend a lot of time in that negative energy, because you know it comes on naturally, those feelings when things aren't going how we want them to go. It's all right. Honor that feeling, acknowledge it, and then let it go, because you know that you've spoken to the power of all powers. You see what I'm saying? So give God its credit by having faith in what your God can do. So I'm guessing that a lot of you right now are going through like challenging times. Prayer works. Okay. The next thing that was in the underlying issue, it says the goddess of never not broken, or the God of never not broken. That in itself is a statement that's talking about imperfection. So you're never not broken. That means you don't know everything. You're not perfect at everything. You understand what I'm saying? So accept that. But you know where to find that perfection at, though. You know where to find that extra you know. You know, to find that extra oomph. Say a prayer. It says, everything happens for my liberation. Exactly. I choose to become only more love. Everything happens for your liberation. So like I'm saying, whatever project you're working on and you find it being too difficult, say a prayer. And whatever happens, just know that it's for your liberation. So like I said, because one time I got this client, yeah, it was a new client, and he was very skeptical about how I do what I do, right? But I know I'm great. And when I was about to start his hair, I actually cut my finger with the razor, because the job that I had to do for his locks, I needed to use a razor. And I cut my finger. So what I did was just stay calm, go and clean it up, medicate it, and cover it up, and get back to work. You see, the client don't want to see you panicking. Okay? So you need to find a means by which you can avoid not just looking like you're not panicking, but actually not panicking. You see what I'm saying? So some people call on their ancestors, some people have different methods. I choose to pray, so I am going to promote prayer because it works for me. So whatever works for you, do that. Okay? Because the reason why you're in this field is because you're good at it. So there's no need for you to lose focus or lose confidence just because things aren't going the way that you want them to go. Okay? You'll get there. You'll get there. Alright, let's get your next message. stay calm in a crisis, you can actually think clearly. So that's the number one thing to do when things aren't going your way. Stay calm so that you can think clearly. If you take on a panicky kind of mindset, all of your actions are gonna be panicky actions. But if you take on a calm mindset, then you can actually find the solutions that you need instead of finding half of a solution, making things a little bit harder and then have to correct. You see what I'm saying? Just stay calm and do you. 3 more. Alright, so okay. We got loneliness. And what does the card say? I know that I am never alone. So whether that's your ancestors or your God, your spiritual guides, your archangels, or just a trusted colleague, a friend, associate, you're never alone. Okay? So you can always bounce ideas off of your favorite people, those who care about you. You got Google, YouTube. Because like it says, the goddess of never not broken, there's always something to learn, you know? Or even brush up on if it's been a while. Put in the effort. Alright, so we got freedom. Okay. It says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Exactly. You and all the people and resources that I mentioned before. And you got mannequin heads that you can practice on. So you can even find the knowledge within your own self. Make up your own system of doing things. You know? So you possess the power and the free will to create your own happiness. AKA your own success. Yeah? The underlying issue, we have surrender. I can release my need to control. So once you release your need to control, it's like going with the flow. Because those of you who are in the hair industry, you know that a style, it actually tells you what to do. If you're paying attention to the hair, it's like it tells you what to do. Okay? So you're trying to create a style, but you know that there are different factors that dictate the overall end result of that hairstyle. Okay? So you got like the quantity of hair on the client's head, their hairline shape, can determine what the end result look like, because a lot of times people see something on somebody else and they're like, I want that, but is that the best thing for the client? That's the question. Because like I said, you have to pay attention to the shape of the head, pay attention to the quantity of hair they have on their head, pay attention to even the work, where they work. Okay, pay attention to their personality as well, because if you don't have the right personality for a certain hairstyle, there's a disconnect that doesn't do the hairstyle justice. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, surrender the need to control so that you can learn from the universe, so to speak. The head being the universe, or if you're working on a wig, that being the universe, because everything is the universe. You're part of the universe. So it's like allowing your environment to guide you. You see it? So instead of trying to force something to come out exactly how you want it, try and release control so that it can teach you what to do. And it will make more sense to you. You see it? So yeah. So surrender. I say I can release my need to control. Then we have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Exactly. You don't have to know all the answers. Life will teach you. The project you're working on, it will teach you if you pay attention. Purpose. I know what I am here to do. Because to be honest with you, especially if you're in the black hair industry, we don't have any teachers like that. We had to learn the skills on our own. Or most of us were born with a certain level of talent for what we do, and then we had to then expand our knowledge by doing our own research and having our own experiences, and that's how we became great, most of us who are into black hair. Okay, and that's just the truth of the situation. So it is life that was teaching us, nature was teaching us what we're working on. That's what's been teaching us all this time. No different. Continue. Okay? So we have imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Exactly. So you know what you're here to do, which is embrace and nourish the creative aspect of your mind. Read the signs. Your project is teaching you. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Exactly. And then the last one, humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So don't take it too seriously. Don't be upset with your project. Okay? Because when you're upset, it blocks so many things. It blocks your ability to think clearly. It also blocks your motivation to do what you have to do. And it's just a downward spiral. When you allow yourself, because if somebody come by and say the wrong thing at that time, they just make you feel even shittier, and you just might clap back. You don't need that, so chill out. Okay? Yeah. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Yeah, so just know everybody has days like this. All right, my darling. So yeah, and we got 3 more decks to bring you your messages from. So everybody has days like this. It doesn't matter how confident they look. It's a skill. And it's a necessity to look confident even when you don't feel confident. And when you don't feel confident, that's when you pray. Or you ask the universe for that extra help. Okay? And then trust the process. So imagine how many people making themselves look like they know what they're doing, they know what they're talking about, and they're great at what they do. Everybody presents themselves as such. It's only after we do what we do that one can truly judge if we were being honest or not. And then there are the times when you're just having an off day. So life is unpredictable. Go with the flow. It's cool. If things just aren't going right for you, there's a reason for that. Okay? There's a greater purpose for that. Because God sees and hears what we don't. Maybe the person that you're working on don't deserve your great service. That's a thing. Is it? Maybe they're trying to secretly record you to steal your secrets. Steal your formula, steal your technique, you know? There's a reason. Alright? So keep an open mind and know that you are great at what you do. And especially when you have that extra oomph behind you, you can't fail. So if you're failing, there's a reason for that. God see what you don't. God heard what you didn't. Rejection is God's protection, as they say. Maybe that person was chatting shit about you. And then they have the nerve to come sit in your chair or ask for your services. And God is like, yeah, they don't deserve it. That's why I tell my people, you have to create an outlet where you can communicate directly with the Most High God. But sometimes God be talking to us, but we just don't understand what the message is, That's why I love tarot cards, oracle cards. I even use incense smoke to communicate. Anything can be used, really. You can flip a coin. They use runes. Some people use coffee. Some people use tea leaves. It's your own secret language with your divine. Because prayer works. Sometimes it depends on what you're praying about. The answer kind of take long to come, or sometimes you get the answer and you miss it. But when you have like a direct kind of mode of communication, you can pretend not to see the answer. You're like, you saw it, you know it, and no matter how much you don't want to hear it, you're not change it. You can't change it. So you just have to accept it and work with it. Because God talks to us in dreams all the time. Sometimes we hear a thought in our mind. That's God communicating with us. Sometimes. But it's a matter of deciphering when it is God and when it is somebody else trying to tap into you telepathically. So, you got your cards, and that's why I said a prayer when I start my readings. I ask God to block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. And I ask God to step in and deliver His messages to His children. So, I cover myself from giving you guys false messages. It's a thing. Very helpful tools. One more time. Okay, so we got Dream Thief, refusal of the call. Okay, let's see where God is going with this. Dream Thief, you know, that's not good. But it also said refusal of the call, so it could be you dashing away your own dreams by refusing the call. Let's see. So we have first breath, beginner's mind. Okay. So beginner's mind mean like come down off your high horse, admit that you don't know everything, and the underlying issue is revelations. So the answers will come to you. So instead of portraying yourself to yourself as someone who you're supposed to know everything, you're supposed to do one shot and get everything right, and come down off of that. And just know that sometimes even you will mess up. Okay? So take a chill pill, you know? So we got revelation, connectivity, bold step forward. Exactly. So once the answers come, revelation, you connect to what you're supposed to do, which is taking that bold step forward. You know what to do. And we have initiation and resonating. So when something is resonating with something else, that means they're making harmony. So once you take on a beginner's kind of mindset, so it's like starting from scratch, working out whatever you're trying to accomplish from the baseline again. It's like sometimes when you reach so far in a project, you don't feel like starting over. It feels like a drag. But depending on what you're trying to accomplish, starting over, at least in thought, work out your formula, work out your technique. It will show you where you misstepped, okay, or where you need to step next. All right. So don't think that you're such a professional that there's nothing new to learn in your line of work. Be humble about it. Keep an open mind, because maybe sometimes you have a perfectly good formula, but God want to show you an even better one. You know, because it's all about working smarter, not harder. So don't think that you have all the answers already. Keep an open mind. Okay? So that when God want to upgrade your skills and technique, upgrade your status through your skills and technique, you get the message. Don't refuse the call. Okay? So God want to teach y'all some new tricks. You probably think that you know it all, but the truth of the matter is we learn what we learn from other people. Like I said, through watching videos, we got a brethren that can show us how to do something. So it's like once we learn a technique, we always tend to stick with that because it works. But it doesn't mean that that's the best technique. Because for me, for example, Loctician, when the interlocking pin came out first, they was teaching us to do 4 revolutions in 4 different in the 4 different directions. Yeah, but me, I got to the point where I tried to do it in 2, and it worked perfectly because it's that breaking up of the monotony. It might look slightly different, but it works to the point where you can see it's an interlock. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, you learn to do it this way, but be open to developing your own techniques. You just might develop a technique. Well, nature might teach you a technique which you will be the owner of, that will help other people to work smarter, not harder as well. So, you know, yeah. So keep an open mind. Don't think that you know everything. We never know everything. And as time goes by and even coming up with new tools and stuff like that, Yeah. There's always a better way, You know what I don't like though, to be honest with you, just as a side note, for from a loctician's perspective, um the edge control. I like how it makes the hair look super neat, okay? I respect that. But as you can see, it leaves buildup in the dreadlocks if the dreadlocks are not being cleaned properly. And that buildup can then hold on to other bits of dust and sweat and champagne if you're out and somebody throws champagne in your hair, and it makes the hair take longer to dry, and that buildup when not washed out properly can cause problems to the dreadlocks. So although I like the advent of the edge control era, because that stuff is amazing, okay? It's amazing. It makes your client look immaculate. But for dreadlocks, you have to wash the hair properly. So you put it in, you need to make sure you're washing it out. Or else you're gonna see every time you go to the hairdresser, you're gonna be left with like a white little ring around your dreadlocks where it's collecting lint and it's holding the sweat and it's holding anything that comes into contact with it, because you see the texture of edge control. So that's one technique, that's one product that, although um it has a great effect or finishing look, if you're not washing the dreadlocks properly, and I have dreadlock washing videos on my channel, do check them out, so you can see the proper techniques to use. Okay, it's not about chemicals, it's about how you wash the dreadlocks, because dreadlocks is a mass, so things can get inside the dreadlocks and get stuck in there. So when you have to give it a good soak and actually scrub it, rub it together like you're washing clothes. That's the best way to wash dreadlocks. And everything that's in there, it will get broken up first of all with all that friction. And once it gets broken up, so first you get soft, you break it up, and then when you rinse, it basically rinses away. So each time you wash your dreadlocks like that, it gets much cleaner. Okay? Dreadlocks are supposed to be soft and very flexible. They're not supposed to be hard. So I just had to say that as a side note. But just saying that to say, when it comes to dreadlocks, that edge control formula, it needs to be tweaked to be suitable for dreadlocks. It's great for loose hair, because when you loose your hair out, it washes away easily. But for dreadlocks, because it gets inside the dread, it's harder to wash away. So if somebody can come up with a formula that has the same effect, but it does not sit in the hair like that, make it kind of easy to wash out, that would be perfect. So like I said, there's always room for improvement, because it's not a nice look when you're looking at somebody's dreadlocks and you see like white ring, white ring, white ring, and it's all over the head too, like gray rings. Those dreadlocks, they need to come into my office. Yeah, you need to come and get a nice wash, and then you can go back to your hairdresser. So every so often, get a deep clean. That's what I specialize in, dreadlock deep clean. Okay. So if you look at my hair washing videos, you'll see how to wash dreadlocks. It takes effort, it takes energy, but it yields great results. And not only does it make your client's hair look good, it makes it healthy and stronger. It's a long thing. This is not a dreadlock video. I think I did videos. Just check out my content, okay? Because there's a lot to learn about dreadlocks. I've been doing dreadlocks since 1995, okay? So I've learned quite a lot about dreadlocks, how they're formed, and how they operate, what they like, what they don't like. And it's a simple thing, really. Dreadlocks are very simple when it comes to their care. But every hairdresser has their own way of doing things. Okay. So what you see on this channel will just be my formula. If you watch somebody else, they have their own way of accomplishing different goals. So then you can compare them and choose whatever suits you best. And when you find a way to improve upon the technique, do so. Beginner's mind, you know. Approaching it like a student, even when you're a professional. Because even doing it like that, when you approach your job like a student, even when you're a professional, you actually get to learn your craft inside and out. So then not only will you be able to create a career out of doing that job, you can then eventually create a career out of teaching. Okay? So learning to talk the talk while you walk the walk. You can then take on a few students and make money that way if you don't want to continue to work in that field, especially like full time. And because after a while of doing things repeatedly, it puts stress on the body. So whatever job you're doing, it's good to change from time to time so that you use different parts of the body, or have a good workout regime. That's absolutely necessary, especially for hairdressers and barbers and locticians. We're supposed to have like treadmills and stuff inside the salon, because standing in that one spot, there's so much that I could teach, but let me shut up. Let me get you your next message. Maybe in another video, because I might be getting on somebody's nerves right now. Just watch my videos, take a look, or just listen to them or whatever. You'll pick up a few gems here and there. Okay. So I got 2 more decks to bring you messages from. Two more. Okay, we have, you are good enough. Exactly. And with that extra bit of oomph from the universe or the divine, whatever you might want to call it, you definitely are good enough. Okay. So we got, don't let your past hold you back. Okay, so like, don't let your past failures hold you back. Okay, Don't let other people's past failures hold you back from trying to accomplish whatever it is that you envision you can accomplish in your field. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, don't let your past, anybody's past, hold you back. Just because they can't do it, it doesn't mean you can't. So, the underlying issue we have, look at the bigger picture. And we have, it's time to release negativity. Okay? Yeah, so negativity will be saying you can't before you've even tried, or giving your try like a proper try. Okay, because it's easy to say you've tried. It's easy to put in a little too effort to say you've tried, but did you really try? Okay, time to release negativity. Meditate and contemplate. Your commitment is being tested. There you go. So if at first you don't succeed and you really, really know that you can succeed, just try again. Okay? Communication is key. So that means talk to yourself, think about what you're doing, and hold your vision. So yeah, meditate and contemplate. That's telling you to analyze. Communication is key. So if you need to talk to yourself some more, talk to the divine some more, talk to whoever you want to talk to, or watch a few more videos. You know, wherever you get your inspiration and your motivation from, then put in the effort. Do some studying. Okay, that's what's necessary right now. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, God is saying, don't let the fact that somebody else failed make you feel like giving up. And don't make the fact that you already tried and failed in the past make you feel like giving up. If you truly feel like you should be doing something or you can accomplish something, then that's because you can. So you need to hold your vision, because your commitment is being tested. It's like God is asking you, how much do you really want it? You know? How much do you really want to be here doing this? You know? Because God don't have time to waste with time wasters. So if you're serious about it, you will behave as such. You won't need anybody to tell you when to get up and put in the effort to study something. You won't need anybody to tell you to go look about how you can start your own, or look about how you can find a space to operate from. You will feel motivated yourself to get things rolling, because you believe in you. Okay? So if you believe in you and your commitment is being tested, you will definitely pass, as long as you don't let your past failures or anybody else's failures or anybody else's utterances to you about their disbelief in you hold you back. Shit, you don't know me, you can't tell me what I'm capable of. If I say I'm gonna be the head of the company, I'm gonna be the head of a company. Yeah, if I say I'm gonna be one of the best in the field, I'm gonna be one of the best in the field. Keep your opinions to yourself. I see me how God sees me. I don't see me how you see me. What's up with you? Stay in your lane, bruh. Don't bring your negativity over here. Keep it to yourself. Just because you don't feel like you could do it, or you don't feel like I could do it, it doesn't mean I have to share your fucking vision. That's not what God told me. Excuse me. one more. And this is your last message. We're all done here. Okay, so we've got the severity of God. Ooh, the devil card. It says it says seduction and downfall, communicates with the dead, teaches the occult and magic. Oh, I guess that's the prayer part. Okay. That's not so scary anymore. Yeah, this is talking about using your magic, aka your prayer. Okay? So seduction and downfall, communicates with the dead, teaches the occult and magic. Alright, let's see where God is going with this message. Because you know prayer is magic, right? Okay, so these are upside down, but let me check energy before I continue, make sure. Okay, so it's meant to be in the upright. Okay. So we got the Two of Swords. God, Lord of all virtues. It says breaking the circle, lifts opposing barriers, and brings victory. Yeah, when you pray, it breaks the circle or breaks the cycle. It lifts opposing barriers and it brings victory. The type of victory that you should have. Like I said, if you pray and you're not excelling, there's a reason for that. Okay? So God sees behind the veil. Okay? So trust. Okay, then we have the Hanged Man. It says the only God. Desire for knowledge, protects from liars, evil spells, and bad spirits. Jeez. Yeah. So if you're at work and you're trying to accomplish something and you can't accomplish it and you choose to pray about it and it's still not working, there's a reason for that. It could have something to do with liars, evil spells, and or bad spirits. Okay? So God is saying that they're not worthy of your gifts. They're not worthy. Maybe they want to steal your stuff. So that's why God is not making you succeed in accomplishing whatever project you're working on. There's a reason. And like I said, it's good to create your own mode of communication with the divine so you can understand what's happening. Okay? We may not have the power to access other people's Akashic records like that, but you definitely have the right to access yours. So if it's something that you want to know about you, God will definitely tell you. If you ask, knock. Yeah? So, yeah, God is breaking that circle. Not everybody's entitled to your greatness. So we have the Ten of Cups as the underlying issue. It says, God, the master of the universe. Exactly. All powerful, omnipotent one, omniscient one, worthy to be praised. Okay, so it says divine warrior. Why is this hitting me like this? So the underlying issue is divine warrior, confounds the wicked and brings victory and peace. Listen. Not every money is good money. Not every job is a job for you to take on. You should say no to some people. Okay? Some jobs aren't worth the trouble that they come with. Not every dollar is a good dollar. Not every pound is a good pound. You see me? So and in times when you miss the signs and you say yes to a bad dollar, God step in and protect you. Okay? Yeah. Especially when you're working for somebody else and you can't really say no like that. Don't worry, God got you. So when you see shit not working out, it's because that's how God wants it. You can pretend like you're vexed, but at least you understand you're being protected. So then you have to wonder, well, what is God trying to protect me from? Who is God trying to protect me from? What's really going on here? Silently, you can have that kind of conversation with yourself. But yeah, your skill is your skill. Your talent is your talent for you to make your money from. Now, anybody who don't respect your talent, they don't deserve it. Right, so Divine Warrior confounds the wicked and brings victory and peace. Then we have the Four of Cups, the God deflecting evil. It says healing capacity, protection from weapons, safety in travel. So y'all got some. What's going on in the hair industry? Is it like it sounds very competitive? Like, oh yeah, because the hair industry is quite a lucrative one right now, isn't it? It's very lucrative, the hair industry right now. So that's the reason why you're being surrounded by sharks and all kind of predators. Well, you're a divine warrior, is it? And your head commander is with you. You just have to listen. Yes, we have God who supports the universe. Fortune and fame fulfills. Yeah, man. What's for you is for you. What's for you is for you. God is putting a shield around your fortune and your fame. Divine blessings drives away evil spirits, rules agricultural production and every other production, including hair productions. Whatever you do, if you make hair bands, rubber bands, shampoos, whatever the hell you do, God is protecting you, okay, from those who wish to steal your fame and fortune, steal your intellectual property, steal your ability to be on top. So right now, in the business, yeah, it says God who stirs all men, motivation lifts up those who are fallen and humiliated. Wow, people are going on crazy in the hair industry nowadays days, bro. See how money? They say money is the root of all evil, but money is not the root of all evil. It's people's desire for money that's the root of all evil. Money never do anybody anything. Money is just there. It's people and their desires and what they're willing to do to get that money that's the root of all evil. They have no self-control and they don't have good virtue. They don't have good morals. That's the root of all evil. It's not money. Money never did anything to anybody. Just like gun. Gun never do nothing to nobody. It's the person behind the gun that do something to somebody. Okay? So right now, just know that because you're in a very lucrative industry, you're surrounded by snakes and sharks and wolves and cops and robbers. Okay? So, yeah, you need to protect yourself through prayer and by being cool when things aren't working out how you hope them to work out. God is protecting you from something. So if you know you're connected to the divine, then expect the divine to step in and protect you. So even when you don't understand or you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, now that we've delivered this message to you, let this be one of the thoughts that come to your mind when things aren't working out. When things aren't working out how you know they can or should work out. There's something else going on behind the scenes that God is protecting you from. And I guess this is probably why I was moved to start doing readings on my channel, because damn, this is big news. But I understand, because anywhere the money there, trust me, treachery there, so. Anywhere the money there, the devil them there. You see it? So, anywhere the devil them there, God have a day too. Stay prayed up. Until next time, my loves, take care.